This is your sign to believe in yourself. This is your sign to start fighting for yourself. This is your sign to start doing the deep work. This is your sign to stop being afraid, to stop procrastinating, to stop allowing your situation and your environment to dictate where you're supposed to be headed to. This is your sign to follow your purpose. This is your sign to chase after your dreams. This is your sign to go back to the old you that you lost. Go back to the old you that you lost because of a heartbreak. Go back to the old you that you lost because of a financial crisis. Go back to yourself that you lost because of believing and trusting in the wrong people. In my last video, I spoke about the idea of things do get better. And I spoke about how I just came out of a very dark place and how I'm entering into a new season, but I still have the trauma, I still have the wounds of the season that I was in. And I made a decision from there that I have to be even more intentional about getting myself out of the dark hole, getting myself out of the season, but not just getting out of the season, but also taking the time to reflect on what caused the season, the lessons that I've learned, and make sure that I don't go into the new season making the same mistakes. Although some things are beyond your control, but with the things that are beyond your control, there's also lessons in that to prepare yourself for the next season. So this is a sign to believe in yourself. This is a sign to know that you are a king. This is a sign to know that you are a queen. Last year this time, I moved from the city and I moved back home to reset my life. Although it was voluntarily, I moved before the storm took place because I had foresaw that a storm is coming, and such a storm that I don't have the resources and the tools and the capabilities to face. And the only way I'm able to go through that storm and be able to enjoy it and not lose myself in the process, I had to pack all my things. I had to leave the city life and go back home to start over. And I spent the whole of last year going up and down, going through healing and hurting myself again, until I got to a place where I was tired of self-sabotaging myself, because most of the things that happen to us is because of self-sabotage, although some things are unpredictable. But I think the only thing that's unpredictable on this earth is death. Everything else, as much as it's not always under your control, but you can still be in control. So for whoever is watching this is your sign to go in. This is your sign to get back the old self. Some of you guys were great. Some of you guys grew up as great potential. Some of you guys grew up as child stars. Some of you guys grew up as a master in your industry, a master at what you do, and you lost yourself in the process and you started trying to find different ways to approach life, because who you are was probably, or at that time, felt like who you are is the reason why you went through the things that you went through, not understanding that who you are is what's unique to you. And the only thing you need to do is you need to keep on believing in yourself and understanding that and understanding that you should never allow external factors to dictate or to change who you are. My mind is a bit all over the place in terms of trying to portray this message to you. And I have a lot to say, but I'm just struggling to take it out and give it to you guys. But I think the only thing that you need to hear is just a short video of me telling you that it's time to find your old self. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to understand that you have nothing to lose. It's time to understand that this is all a game. This is all a game. This is all a system that you need to become a key player. You need to take yourself out of the depression. You need to take yourself out of that loneliness. You need to take yourself out of those addictions. And you need to fight for yourself, and you need to make sure that you build a life that you would be proud of. Because you're not going to be here forever. And even when you're gone, the depression, the loneliness, the who betrayed you, the who did this to you, is not going to matter. What's going to matter is when you are on the deathbed, what are you going to reflect on? Are you going to reflect on, I had a good life? Or are you going to reflect on, this was a very vicious life? And sometimes it becomes a vicious life because you allow it in your mind. But if you can just become you believe in yourself, you make that call, you send that CV, you apply for that contract, you start that business, you ask that girl out, you ask that guy out, and you just believe in yourself and you believe in you. I think that's the only thing that I just wanted to share with you guys, beside everything that I said, is just believe in yourself. Go find your old self that has always been great. Go find your old self that heartbreak had made you forget. Go find your old self that your friends had made you forget. Go find your old self that your family had made you forget. Because that old self, that's the real you. That old self is what you are comfortable with. The only thing that you need to go with all the lessons learned, if it's a heartbreak, if it's betrayal, if it's all that, it's just understanding that this is myself. This is who I am. Then you need to put in boundaries. You need to stand up for yourself. If you can put in boundaries and stand up for yourself, nobody will ever double cross you. Nobody will make you do something that you don't want to do. And if you know yourself and you believe in yourself, nobody will ever hurt you to destroy you. And that's it from me. And I hope this makes a difference in your day and the rest of the year. I thank you.